when you start looking at these images from the Apollo 8, then you start seeing that we cannot see this, whatever this is, this reality around the moon in space, what we call space. Look at all those tubes. These are all from the Apollo 8 catalog, image catalog. And then there is this dark thing. Now I know what that is. That's a freaking hand, a sculpture, and everything there is shaped with hands. This is all hand-shaped deals. The sculpted hands it's insane, but it's I mean, you can look for whatever structures and you want to call it like that. I don't know, but this is an enormous hand. Now I know what that is. At first I thought it was a snake, as well as a reptilian, whatever. Now I know what that is. I see the fingers. Let me go back a little bit on that image. Right there. Hold on. Check it out. Now I know what this is. This is one finger, two fingers, three fingers, and four fingers. But it goes back the other way. Look, it goes straight. You can see the dark part right here. You can see right there the fingernail. That's the other one from that finger, and the other one. Golly, I can't believe it took me this long to figure that out. Because the image has been blurred to death. And not only that, this hand goes back this way too. It bends like it's grabbing something. You can see the same finger bending like that. And it continues into the, look, like that. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. That's exactly what that is. It's an enormous hand. And then you see these tubes that are coming from, that inject themselves into that structure. This is difficult, man, to even consider that something like that is the reality. That we are in some kind of structure designed with that shape. The hand thing is on everything, even on the cloud that we see every day is on that too. Because it permeates from that space into the ground and probably underground too. That's the code. You can look at every other explanation, you're not gonna find it. And that is what space really is like. You see all those millions of spheres and tubular things. But then you see this darkish spot, those are fingers too. This is on Enceladus. Look, here is the same exact design. I mean, you can see it clearly on the image. It's just if you don't know that geometry, you will never guess that's what that is. It comes this way. It's the same thing. This is on Enceladus, the moon of Saturn, Enceladus. And it's just, I mean, and it comes this way too. Then it becomes a gigantic one like that. This makes enormous fingernails. You can see the dark spots, squarish. If my assumption is incorrect, how come the shape matches the shape of the, look down here, you can see it again, the square deal. Look, there is one really clear right there. Look. And the other one. And the next one, and it just keeps repeating and repeating it because that's the code. Then you go to that image of the Lunar Orbiter 3 and you find the exact same thing. You can see it right there. Look, these are all fingers. Now I know exactly why the geometry, because they overexpose the image. You can see the same exact thing right here. Look. But they go in every which way, the same thing as the Enceladus and this moon, Earth moon. This is difficult, man, difficult for people to even think that it could be this reality. Well, it is. I mean, I have no doubts that this is the deal because it's there. I mean, you can look it up every which way you want. These are enormous fingers that subdivide into smaller ones, and they keep repeating. Look, it repeats back here again. You can see the fingernails. I mean, it took me years. Now I know that this is the geometry that covers the entire solar system. On every planet, moon, like I say, I have been digging for 18 years. I thought there's, reptilian, because they create illusions of faces, but it's made with the hands. Look right here, you can see. They come, I mean, in so many different directions. It's difficult to discern what they are if you don't know that geometry. It's difficult. But once you know that that's the shape, then it starts matching every time that you look at it, and you look at that way and say, oh, wow. See, it makes an enormous hand right there, that one. But imagine, that's the entire moon, and it's a micro scale to the micro, from the micro to the macro, to the gigantic, ultra huge size. And then you see these tubes, these vertical tubes. And you see a translucent diode, but it has the same geometry, transparent. It goes into space. And that's what it looked like from orbit. That's what that looked like from orbit. This deal is all the same thing, and those bright spots are squarish too, so those are small hands. I mean, you can see these are all hands too. Look. Millions of that. That's what creates the entire solar system, and they come from every direction. Look. And then the spherical objects are, they maintain the electromagnetic reality that we're looking at is maintained by those spheres. They're everywhere. I mean, they're everywhere. And just to give you an idea of what they look like when you... This is what they look like in a live video. Look at that. That's what this deal looked like. That. And you see the same geometries there too. But this is a living video, so look at the holographic projection. This is we are inside a structure that is being projected this way with that geometry in it. Why? I don't know. I guess that's the designer deal.